All right, let's work on the raw material. How about we do that?
Okay.
All right. So I've got an idea, and I'm speaking in front of a sales organization. It's going to be 2,000 people. 2,000 salespeople, I should say. I'm going to be speaking in front of 2,000 salespeople. They want, in their industry, they're up against a lot of what we call do-it-yourselfers. So what they want to do is they want to overcome what we call the do-it-yourselfer objection. That is, they want people to hire their consultants, their professionals, etc. So that's what we're trying to do here. Make sense? Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I want to come up with a story, and I think I've come up with a rough draft of a story. I just came up with this morning, so it's really, really rough. And then what I want you to do is, I'm going to have you guys talk among yourselves, make some suggestions as to how we can fine-tune it. And the most important thing is come up with a message. Or, I don't know, what I call a KFD. What do you want people to know, feel, or do? So is everyone with me? So this is an actual live assignment that I'm working on right now. And since I'm not being paid, you guys are going to help me get paid. All right. Raise your hands if you are a do-it-yourselfer. Let me see my do-it-yourselfers here. All right, look around, look around. We got a bunch of do-it-yourselfers here. Do-it-yourselfers. Has this ever happened to you? Have you ever taken on a project that you should not have done yourself? Has that ever happened to you? Yeah. Woo, boy. And if you won't raise your hands, your spouses, please point them out. Well, several years ago, I was a do-it-yourselfer. And I had the second best lawn. My next door neighbor, he had the best lawn. I had to give it to him. But I had a beautiful, beautiful lawn. And one day, there was a leak in the sprinkler system. We had an underground sprinkler system. I called up my sprinkler guy. Now, I have a sprinkler guy. His name is Bob. And every fall, he blows out the sprinkler system. I lived in Denver at the time, so it's very important that you do this. Otherwise, the ice will destroy your sprinkler system over the winter. So you have to blow out all the water. And in the spring, he makes sure that everything is working properly. So in this particular case, I called him up. And he says, hey, it's going to be a couple $100. I'm thinking, a couple $100? I can do this myself. So I called on the handyman's favorite tool, YouTube. And I'm telling the truth. Oh, it just got ugly right here, didn't it? Oh, it got really ugly, didn't it? So there I am on YouTube. And I'm thinking, I can do this. Where am I doing yourselves? Ever had that conversation? And I'm thinking to myself, hey, the part is at Home Depot. It's only $20. I can do this. Anyway, I went out to my yard. Now, there's something you need to know about Colorado soil. There's something called Colorado clay. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Have you ever tried to dig clay? It was only 1 foot. 6.5 hours later. I am not kidding. 6.5 hours later. My back is sore, I am tired, but I finally got to the piece. I followed the instructions from YouTube. I put it on my $20 part. I tested to make sure that everything's fine. Then I put the soil back. And then I turned it on. And there was, how can I put this? An explosion. The soil just erupted like a volcano. It was unbelievable. Now, my family, we've always wanted a swimming pool. Now we have one. Have you ever done a project that maybe you should not have done? I call up Bob. Guess how much it costs now? It is now $500. But at this point in time, I will pay whatever it takes. Because now my neighbors are walking around, hey Ed, have you had a terrorist attack? And then here's the thing that killed me. He comes up, he's got like this little fancy machine, 20 minutes from start to finish. 20 minutes. I spent 6.5 hours. Plus I blew up my lawn. It was 20 minutes. So I'm going to stop right there. What I need is your help right now in terms of what are some messages or some lessons or the moral of the story. So take 60 seconds among yourselves and we'll call on you, okay? So morals of the story, what do you guys come up with? Yes?
Stupid cost.
Stupid costs, okay? I'll go with that one, yes.
Don't let Ed Tate touch nothing.
Don't let Ed Tate touch nothing. Thank you. It's good seeing you again, too. Unfortunately, that's what my wife said. Yes.
You can't beat a man at his own game.
You can't beat a man at his own game. Okay. Anybody else? Yes.
Don't rely on just one YouTube video.
Don't rely on... Let's talk about YouTube, shall we? Two things about YouTube. Number one, they never told you how tough it was going to be, how hard it's going to be. The other thing is, there is no YouTube video for a blown-up alarm. Yes?
There is now.
Better go to DIY instead of YouTube.
Okay, go to DIY, so YouTube, okay? Yes?
Say no to YouTube, yes to Wikipedia.
Okay, say no to YouTube, say yes to Wikipedia. You know what, I still would have blown it up. Yeah. All the way to the back, yes?
Know your limitations.
Know your limitations. Ooh. Ooh, man. That one was good, wasn't it? Oh, man. I wish I'm a guy, okay? Not gonna happen. Yes.
If you plow it, it will go pow.
If you plow it, it will go pow. Yes.
You can always make fun of yourself.
You can always make fun of yourself. Absolutely, yes.
And finally, call mom.
I'm sorry?
Call C-A-L-L space M-O-M.
Call mom. Call mom. Okay, all right. All right. Yes.
Understand the potential harm you can do.
Understand the potential harm you can do. Yes.
Live your best life and then hire it done.
Okay, hire it done. I love that. She said, live your best life and hire it done. I like that. That was good. Okay? Yes.
It pays to pay an expert.
It pays to pay an expert. I like that one. Yes.
Be aware there's a cost of not being trained.
There's a cost in not being trained. We're getting to the good stuff. I like this. Yes.
Share your teachable moments.
Share your teachable moments. Thank you. I think. She said, what is a dollar value of your time? 6.5 hours was not worth it. It was not worth my time. It was not the best use of my time.
And were you able
Yes.
physically to
Okay.
work the next day?
Yes.
Do it yourself. Pick up the phone.
Do it yourself. Pick up the phone. The new DIY. Yes.
If you don't know, go pro.
If you don't know, go pro. Whoa. Dude, that's a good one. Okay, couple more. Yes.
Do you feel lucky today?
Do you feel like Wow, that's fun. Okay, one more. Yes.
I think I can. Nope.
You know, these are getting better and better as we're warming up here. So, I want to thank you very, very much. Again, I just thought this story today. I mean, actually, here's the thing about stories. Some stories write themselves. How many of you know what I'm talking about? I didn't have to remember a great deal. I mean, I didn't have to write a lot. The story wrote itself in that particular case. And, by the way, two other things took place. Of course, my wife at the time, what do you think she told me? I told you so for how many years? And the other thing that took place, every time in a neighborhood, there was like a barbecue or something like that, a get together. It's like, hey, remember that time when Ed? It was not pretty, ladies and gentlemen. It was not pretty. So, anyway, but it covers raw material and new material. Here's a couple things with regard to myself. Always test out new material. Always test out new ideas. Now, typically, what I would invite you to do is there's a couple other stories that I've created, but I will test them in one-on-one conversations. Just conversationally. I will test out an idea or a line to a joke or a premise, etc. Just conversationally. And just see how people respond to it. And if I get a positive response, I'll say to myself, I've got something here. And I'll actually go home and I'll write it and I'll rewrite it, etc. And then I'll test it out again. And then eventually I test it out in front of Toastmasters or other non-paying groups. Here's the deal. As a pro, you never test out new material. As a pro, everything must work. Period. Everything must work as a pro. You can't have a bad day on stage. You can never, ever have a bad day on stage. That's your reputation. Make sense? It's a high standard. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Okay?